back to our final semi-normal episode of Tween Book Bites at the Scott County Public Library in Georgetown, Kentucky. I am Miss Kelly. This is Miss Mary Lou, my co-host. And as a reminder, we will be transitioning to TikTok, YouTube Shorts next month. So you'll get one short video every week from us. Still working around a theme, but little short bites, literal bites. Haha, it's perfect.
And before we get started, I want to wish everybody, well, by the time you see this, the 4th of July will have passed, but I hope you had a good one. I'm kind of in the mood today.
I see this, yes.
4th of July
Blue
story
jeans
times today.
and red and white striped shirt.
My little banner earrings.
Oh.
Because I've been dancing with the babies with that
Oh.
4th of July music today. Yeah, but next month we're going to be talking about, not really a theme, just the best books we've read so far this year. We're halfway through the year, and we want to tell you what we've read that has been just like at the top of our list so far.
Yes. Books that I haven't read yet.
I have already got my list done.
Backed up. But today, in our last semi-normal episode, talking as fast as we can, we're doing RPGs and video games. Roleplay games, board games, lots of fantasy sci-fi. So you want to kick us off, Mary Lou?
I'll kick us off.
With our giant cake?
At the very beginning, this is not my thing, okay? So I had to kind of dig to find stuff, and I wasn't even really sure how to search, because I'm not a gamer. So I ended up pulling 3 books dealing with virtual reality. Not intentionally, I just wasn't sure what else to get. But
Flamingo's got his VR headset there.
the first one I'm going to talk about is called Last Gamer Standing, and this book was written by...
The author's name is covered.
The author's name is covered. Isn't that helpful? And it's not on the cover page. This is supposed to be going really fast. I'm using it's Katie Zhao wrote this, and she's written some other stuff as well. But this one, and here we go. 1 minute. Raina. She is spending her summer at a camp called Dayhold, which is a virtual reality game empire in the years of somewhere around 2067, so it's way in the future. Raina has 2 online identities. One is called Reigning Champ. Isn't that clever? And it's just kind of a respectable 12-year-old girl gamer. You know, she's a good gamer. She ain't nothing special. But then there's also the Ruinar. And that's where she takes on a white male identity. She is the child of Chinese immigrants. And in this gaming world, and I was very disappointed in the future, the gaming world is still full of racism and sexism. And she is tired of people bullying her for being a girl and being Asian. So she takes on this character of a white male, and this character, this Ruinar, the Ruinar, is so great. The whole gaming world is watching this person. And can she win the junior Dayhold championship and get enough money to help her family that are struggling financially? Her mother's got cancer and they can't pay their bills. So there's a lot riding on this for her.
Nice.
Last Gamer Standing.
That sounds exciting.
It was, you know, not my thing, but you know, okay. Go ahead. Okay, so jumping into the opposite side of the gaming world. Opposite, I don't know. A different order.
Yeah. So, first one I've got for you today is The Kid's Guide to Tabletop RPGs, Exploring Dice, Game Systems, Role-Playing, and More by Gabriel Hicks, illustrated by Dave Perillo. This is fantastic. It truly is a guide, an introduction to role-play games, RPGs. It is slightly illustrated, not a whole lot. Honestly, it's kind of in weird colors. I will say that's my least favorite thing about this book.
That's kind of ugly.
It's not great colors. I like the art, but not the colors. But it lays out directly word stopped working there for a second, sorry. It gives you what an RPG is, some examples of some. It has a couple interviews with different people in the world of gaming, if you want to get a little bit. It helps you learn how to start your own game, how to be a dungeon master or a game master, what have you. How to pick what game you want to play in an interview. It's really good. If you are like, okay, I know what that is, I don't really know anything about it though, but I'm intrigued. This is absolutely the book. This is a perfect starting point for you.
Am I going next?
Yeah, sure.
You've got a lot more than I.
I do, that's okay.
Team Chu in the Battle of Blackwood Arena, and this book is by Julie C. Dow. I hope I'm saying her name correctly. I'm like 2/3 of the way through this book. I still got a little bit left to go. And I'm expecting a twist in this. This is about a girl, Sadie, and her brother Clip, and they are serious laser tag players, like obsessed with it. And they are very competitive. They come from a Vietnamese immigrant family whose grandmother lives with them and has very traditional views of girls and boys. Like her brother can sit around with his feet up while Sadie's expected to do chores, and they're both expected to be really smart, but Sadie's the smart one, and there's just a lot of rivalry between the two of them, and it's pretty vicious. It's not even funny. It's pretty vicious. When a new gaming arena opens in their little town, they are ecstatic. It is called the Blackwood Arena, and there's this rumor going around, though, of course, you know how rumors are. There's a bunch of them, but one of the rumors going around is the woman who owns this arena, her son mysteriously disappeared while playing laser tag in an arena somewhere, but you know, that's probably not true. So anyway, this arena that has, it combines virtual reality with laser tag. So you go into these worlds, where you're kind of in these worlds while you play tag. And you have these challenges, these games you have to play. And so there's this boy that keeps appearing, like he's kind of ghost-like and sort of lit up with these black buggy eyes. And is he like part of the game? Or is he something else? And you know, where this book is going to go seems pretty obvious, so I think there's going to be a real twist at the end. I'm expecting a big twisty turn. But the games are very exciting, I tell you.
That sounds fun. I mean, laser tag is fun, but like VR laser tag,
Yeah,
that
sounds very cool, very cool. This is Team Chew and the Battle of Blackwood Arena.
Nice. All right. I'll do two real quick. Not that similar, but sort of similar. So, we've got Teen Titans Go! Roll With It by Heather Newfer, N-U-H-F-E-R, P.C. Morrissey, Agnes Garbowska, and Sadie Jarrell. If you know Teen Titans Go! Or Teen Titans, the TV show, there's a series of comics based around them. This one, in this episode of Roll With It, the Teen Titans are playing a game of basements and basilisks, D&D, but Teen Titans Go! World. And the basement boss, the BB, Robin, has got his teammates playing a game with him, but he's getting like a little too bossy and they're not feeling it. And so they kind of like jump ship and they're like, nah, see you later. And they start playing with someone else. Except things are getting a little too real, a little too magical. And Robin at first is like, well, I don't need you guys, that's fine. But then he's like, wait, what is happening with them? Something's not right here. So it's great fun. A delightful combination of an RPG that is made up just for this book and a little bit of Teen Titan Go superhero, magical, fantasy, action, adventure. So much fun. And similar only in that it's a graphic novel. Sunny Rolls the Dice by Jennifer L. Holm and Matthew Holm. It's the third in the Sunny series. If you've read any of those, obviously you need to read the third one. It's so good. And in this one, Sunny is in middle school, and a lot of her female friends are like, ooh, boys, I have a crush on that one. Oh my gosh, makeup? Yes. And Sunny's like, no, I just want to play D&D in my basement with my friends. Why is this so hard? But yeah, so she's working, she finds a new group of friends and is dealing with middle school drama and also D&D, and it's fantastic. I mean, Jennifer Holm,
She's fabulous.
it's obviously going to be good. Yeah,
so much.
Fantastic.
So this is my last one, and this is a classic. And this, if this was thumbs up, thumbs down, mine would be up and hers would be down. She hates this book. I love it. This is Ender's Game, and this book was written in the 1980s, before there was internet, before there was virtual reality. So it kind of all these things are in this novel. The author foresaw these things coming. The story, this is not a fun novel. This is not a light novel. It's very heavy and has a lot of really serious themes in it. This boy, Ender, is recruited by the military when he's only 6 years old. He comes from a family of genius people, and they've been watching him and his brother and his sister, but he is the one who is picked. The Earth humans have been at war with this species of giant insect-like creatures from another planet for years, and it seems that these creatures intend on destroying humankind, and so they just are preparing for the long haul, and they're recruiting children that are going to spend their whole childhood preparing, training for war. And Ender is recruited for this at age 6. He is sent off eventually as he gets a little bit older to kind of an interplanetary space station where he's going to do hardcore training. It's brutal. The training culture is brutal. People are beating each other up. But he presses through all of this, rising to a position of leadership. The ending of this book leaves you so much to think about. It is to me, it's such a very moving and thoughtful story. I don't want to say any more about it. Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card.
Mary Lou's right. I hate that book.
Well, when the movie came out some years ago, I was still doing book discussions here, and I have more people show up for the book discussion of this book than any book I ever did. And it's all ages. This book is read by kids, teenagers, and adults. So it has a wide age range of appeal to it. So I'm not the only one that likes it.
No, definitely not.
It's a reason it's been around for a long time. And by the way, it's part of the, I think it's
First in
trilogy.
this series.
It's a
I don't know, I think
yeah.
they're Alright, so this one is Starport. This is the roleplay game that I have been using for Tween roleplay games every 3 Thursdays. Miss Mary Lou bought a copy for the collection as well, because some of the tweens were like, hey, we really like this. Can we check this out? And the copy I have, I was like, I have to write in this, so maybe not so much. So we got another copy, and you can check it out. It is intended for kids, I think ages 5 to 12, according to them. It is very simple to understand. The only thing you need is a D20, a 20-sided dice to play Starport, and your imagination. And the game, the first book, this intro book, it has 3 adventures laid out for you to take part in, and then there's also the world of Starport that you can explore. And there's at least 2 expansion books now. So, Starport, if you want to run your own game, this is a great, easy intro to RPGs. If you're like, D&D sounds cool, but Starport.
Should we get the expansion games?
It'd be really cool if we could, but yeah. So, there, Starport. Now I'm gonna jump to official D&D books. So these are the Dungeons and Dragons Young Adventurers Guides. We have Dungeons and Tombs, Monsters and Creatures, Warriors and Weapons, Wizards and Spells, Dragons and Treasures, and Beasts and Behemoths. That word just tripped me right up. These are officially licensed. They're fantastic. The art is gorgeous in all of them. And there's just a few things I'd like to point out. Let's see. So particularly in the one Beasts and Behemoths, I would pick that one, that tripped me up. There are specific example encounters. So in this one, you are dealing with it says it right there in giant font, pseudo dragon. So it gives you a little idea of something that maybe you would encounter in an RPG that you were playing. And it's what would you do? Here are some examples. Would you do this? Would you do this? I really like it. I also really like, it's got a little number up here of how deadly the critter is. And also a cool size guide down here. So this little teeny tiny, this is not even the size of a rice is a human. And this giant bird back here bird-ish creature is the rock. And that is the size.
The rock is in this book.
An ROC?
Yes.
Yeah. So, also, again, super cool artwork. So, there's Beasts and Behemoths, and I marked some other stuff. So let's see, Dungeons and Tombs is really awesome, but my favorite part is that at the end of the book, it's how do you design your own dungeon? So if you are into games, and you have a system that you like playing, but you're okay, I want to take this, I want to do my own thing. Okay, a homebrew. It can help you design your own dungeon, thinking about what is this dungeon for? Is it a tomb? Is it just a lair? Or is it all traps? And what it looks like inside. Super creepy critter there. And also traps, because that's important. You don't want to end up like that guy. And how to literally make a map and different symbols you can use for secret things. Fantastic. I am going too long. What else? What did I mark here? Dragon. That one's similar to Beasts and Behemoths. but so cool. It made me think of the dragon from the D&D movie, if you've seen it, Themberchaud, the giant chunky fat dragon. It's the best. Also, Warriors and Weapons, it gives you like different ideas of people you could be, and I've decided that next time I play a game I need to be a turtle, because it's a turtle person, and I like it a whole lot. I marked one other page apparently. Where did I mark? Oh yeah, if you don't really know what you want to play, this is Wizards and Spells. If you're like, ooh, I definitely want to do like witchy wizardy thingies, but you're not really sure what the difference is between the different types, because there are a lot of them. This is a fantastic little flow chart that's like, well, do you like magic? You just have magic, or did you like learn magic? Is it secret? Is it nature? Do you serve someone else? And it can help lead you to maybe you want to be a bard, or maybe you're a cleric. Just very helpful. So that's all those. I think maybe there's more coming out this year, but this is definitely all of them right now. Oh, I keep making the table go funk. We also have officially licensed Dungeons and Dragons Endless Quest books in the Tween section under the author Forbeck, not Dungeons. And they are choose your own adventure books, basically. So you start out, in this one, you are a rogue. And so you start out, and then at the end of each little bit, it's like, oh, go to page blah, blah, blah. So literally they are just choose your own adventure books, but they are D&D themed. And if I remember correctly, some of them, yeah, there's some pretty cool art in there too. This one is one of my favorite graphic novels of the year. It's so good. Dungeons and Dragons, Dungeon Club, Roll Call by Molly Knox Ostertag and Xanthi Boma. If you have read the 5 Worlds series, then you will recognize this art because Xanthi Boma also did the art on that. It is fantastic. Theoretically, it's the first in a series, but I can't find another one yet, which is sad. It's fantastic. It's a little bit similar to Sunny Rolls the Dice in that, what's her name? Oh, crud. Yes, Jess and her best friend Olivia have been playing RPGs for years. They hit middle school. Olivia is like, ooh, let's start a club so we can meet more people. And Jess is like, I don't like people. So maybe it goes not great, but it's so good. And it's fantastic. It switches back and forth between them in middle school and then like their characters in the game, and it's fantastic. So those are all the ones I've done, but I also have a handful of hints. I haven't read these. Calm down. Okay, this one is Maker Comics. It's a nonfiction comic book about how to make your own board games. So
yeah, nice,
awesome.
Nice.
This Roll for Initiative by Jamie Formato. Again,
it looks good.
It looks so good.
Yeah,
It's on my list to read. I just haven't done it yet. Yeah. And then officially licensed Dungeons and Dragon novels by Madeline Rue, illustrated by Tim Probert, who did Lightfall. That's what he did. Lightfall.
Like we're going to reclassify this fiction to all under Dungeons. Yeah.
Okay, can do. We'll do that.
Fortnite.
No, it's all under Forbeck. It's the author's last name, but this is a different author. So if you come look for them, they're going to be under Dungeon now.
Well, we're going to switch that.
Yeah. But yeah, officially licensed Dungeons and Dragon Tween novels, and they also, it's a weird, orange is a weird color to choose. But also, is that an owlbear? It might be, except it also kind of looks like a penguin, so I'm not sure, but I love it. So, book 1, book 2 is still in the new fiction. Check them out if you're curious at all. It's so many, I love it. That's it. That's what I got.
To choose from, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you next month.
July. Yeah.
Yes.
Back in August with our
Very short form.
Yeah.